What Nova actually does is does all that analytics behind the scenes, and then comes to the marketing manager and says, "Hey, we think you should run this campaign to this cohort of people, and you expect you to get these results." And what's amazing about Nova is there's a lot of ambiguity in AI right now, and what does it really mean to me, and how do I know I can be successful? What our Nova platform does is actually tell the marketing manager, here's the analysis that we did, here are the data sources that we looked at, so that you can use your own intuition to say, you know what, that makes sense, that's right, hit the button and go.
Iterable is an AI platform that supports marketers, and they're evolving into agentic. Joining me now is their CEO, Sam Allen. Sam, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you, Ashley. It's great to be here.
All right, so tell me, what does Iterable do, and who are your customers?
So Iterable is a customer engagement platform. We have 1,200 customers globally. Some brands you may have heard of are Box, Stanley Black & Decker, Redfin, Peet's Coffee. And the simplest way to explain it is to use a personal story. So I'm a big Peet's coffee drinker, and every day I go and get a black coffee and a lemon scone. Peet's knows that about me. And what our platform allows them to do is run personalized campaigns that give me relevant content that make me feel like I'm their only customer.
All right, and how are you doing this? Or how are you leveraging AI?
So we've been a very AI native company for a long time. AI to us is not just an add-on or a bolt-on. And so what our platform does is looks at all the data in a brand's database and creates campaigns that are relevant to their customers in an automated fashion, in a way that really drives a lot of personalization, so that you're getting ads rendered to you and campaigns rendered to you that are very personal to you and not something that don't fit what your lifestyle is or what your buying habits are.
So you recently announced Iterable Nova, which is a move or evolution into agentic. How is that helping solve challenges for marketers?
Yeah, so marketers traditionally do a lot of their day is spent in manual work. So they are analyzing data, pulling data together, thinking about how to develop new campaigns and then testing those campaigns. What Nova actually does is takes that lift off their shoulders and does all that hard work for them, and then allows them to really think about higher order activities like creative campaigns. Nova drives all that optimization for them.
And what is an effective way to implement AI in a workplace? It's moving really fast.
Yeah.
How would you suggest like rolling it out to make it most effective?
So speed's crazy right now. I mean, everyone's talking about AI all the time. And so what we've seen is really, you get the most leverage right now on workflows. So how do you make the person's workday easier? And again, as I mentioned, it just takes a lot of that manual intervention and manual work that a marketing manager used to have to do, takes it off of their plate and allows them to focus on higher value activities, which in the end will drive higher revenue for your company and will elevate marketing as a more successful component inside the company.
Yes, and exactly. I understand that your platform helps elevate marketers, you say. What is some of the feedback that you're getting?
Well, the feedback's been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we're here in New York to talk about our platform. We have a great conference coming up in a couple of days here. And a lot of the feedback from our customers, Nova right now is in beta for several brands. And the initial feedback is incredibly compelling. It is really meeting the mission of hyper-personalization at scale.
What are the Nova agents going to be able to do? Can you provide some use cases?
Yeah, so an example would be traditionally a campaign manager would sit down with a raft of data and say, okay, we want to sell, I'm Black & Decker, and I want to sell a new drill I have. And I have to then go look at all this data and information and try and parse out of this information who the best recipient of a campaign would be based on their previous buying history. Sometimes guesswork goes into it. What Nova actually does is does all that analytics behind the scenes, and then comes to the marketing manager and says, hey, we think you should run this campaign to this cohort of people, and you expect you to get these results. And what's amazing about Nova is there's a lot of ambiguity in AI right now, and what does it really mean to me, and how do I know I can be successful? What our Nova platform does is actually tell the marketing manager, here's the analysis that we did, here are the data sources that we looked at, so that you can use your own intuition to say, you know what, that makes sense, that's right, hit the button and go. And then what Nova also does is iterate very, very fast. And so it learns from the campaigns that it sends and can actually automate those campaigns in the back end. As a marketing manager, you're just basically sitting back and reaping the success of that.
Is it kind of getting ahead of challenges before they arise?
It's getting ahead of optimization. And so Traditionally, a marketing manager would have to sit back, run some campaigns. They call A/B variant testing, and then look at, okay, this is how campaign A did, and this is how campaign B did, and then compare them and say, well, we'll take the best of this, spin it, and go do it again. That process could take days. What Iterable Nova does that in minutes and can actually then automate those campaigns over and over again. So they just get faster and faster and better and better. And at the end, you're getting much higher throughput for your campaign dollar, and you do a lot more with a lot less.
And what differentiates Iterable from other similar products on the market?
First and foremost, we are AI native. We AI and our capabilities there are not bolt-ons, not acquisitions that we did. We were architected from day one to really take advantage of AI. So what that means is, from a competitive perspective, we can put products in the market at a much higher rate with a much higher scalability, which is really, really critical, especially in enterprise, and just much higher efficiency.
And I understand that you entered the role of CEO on August 1st,
Right.
this past summer. What has it been like? What prompted the move? How's it going?
So I started August 1st. These past 6 weeks have been absolutely amazing. It's kind of everything that I had hoped it would be and more. I spent the last decade at Salesforce, where it was an amazing company, had an amazing career, but I felt like I needed to push myself as a leader and get out there and get on the edge a little bit. And so I looked for an amazing technology, an amazing product with customers who love the platform. And I felt like there's a great mix of my skill set around enterprise scale, speed, decision-making, and leadership with the platform that Iterable provides and its amazing customer base. It was just a great marriage. And 6 weeks in, I can tell you it's working very well.
I know I saw you light up when you started talking
Yeah.
about the job. What excites you about the job?
I think the pace of change is exciting. I love pace. I love complexity. We have global offices now. We have offices in London and Lisbon and Sydney. There's massive opportunity for us to scale in Europe and Asia Pacific. I've led businesses that have done that in the past. And so I just think the sky's the limit for us.
Sam Allen, CEO of Iterable, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
at
you
the New
for
York
having
Stock
me.
Exchange.
It's been wonderful. Thank you.